gamers? It's Otaku Dante. Here again to do another stream. This time it's going to be a hands-on review type of stream. I wanted to not type up an entire another review. I've already done 2 reviews of this game, both coming to the same conclusion, but of an earlier build of the game. And this is a new build. This is the final build. The game released in full on August 29th, which is last Tuesday, I guess. And actually, a lot has changed. I have went over, looked at it previously to prior to getting into the stream, and I have to say I am actually pleased with what they've done. So, to the thing, they've taken some of my advice or people's advice like mine and have made the game more user-friendly. If you remember my review, I actually did not like the fact that there was no guide, there was no tutorial, telling you what it is you needed to do, how to do things. And they've changed that, as you can see here. They've added everything from an introduction to a mechanics explanation. You go over here, you get the overview, you get the HUD explanation, and then it breaks it down into all of the features that you're going to be seeing in the game. Now, that is a pleasant surprise. Actually, I'm glad they added that. It makes the game much more understandable. When I first got into it, like pre-build, I guess beta phase, it was very confusing. I wandered around getting frustrated. You could have seen it on my older streams. Didn't know how to harvest things. Like here it says, basically what about harvesting and crafting and all that stuff I couldn't figure out. It goes over the basics of it, but what it doesn't do in this this little tutorial section, it does not give control descriptions. I think that needs to be fixed. I think there needs to be like button applications explained instead of you having to go to a separate menu to see what your controller does. But at least they sorted that out, in a little bit, And then another thing I did not like was the sloppy start screen where you got thrown into like a listing of hosted servers, and you didn't know where to go, what did what. Now you've got the game modes over here. You got the survival, evolved mode, which is the basic mode. You got the primitive plus official. I don't know if that's DLC or not. It could be. Yeah, this is definitely the more complex one. But anyways, you got the host and local listings, the options. Let's see what the options have. The options basically give you the controller diagram, let you see what buttons do what, and it's the controls are a little complicated. The inventory, like when I got into the game, the whole crafting system, the whole menu system, it looked foreign to me. It definitely was not easy to understand. And you can tweak things. Let me go back into that. Options. You can tweak different things in here, like the master volume. It is pretty loud to begin with. The voice volume, the user interface, motion blur. I knocked that off. That was on. Let's see. You can add the high detail, sort of like a PC setup would. And you got the VSync mode, and I left that set to adaptive. You got the look sensitivity and all that stuff. You got the different camera options. You got the chat and the gameplay options there. But basic setup, I've already tinkered with that and already got that where I wanted it. So back out of that, and we'll get into some gameplay. I think. See, see how the game's changed, if it's changed visually or what. Because I thought the game visually it looked like an indie game. It did not look. Okay, so basically you can't select these modes. It just tells you. No, okay, it's already selected. You just got to go to the host and local thing. Okay, now this is different. ARK rules. You get to change the rules. Player damage, structure damage, advanced PV timer. Okay, so you got a lot of options. Now this does add some complication to the setup, and obviously it's more than what I think is needed for the type of game this is. But again, I guess it's geared more to a PC gamer type of gamer than it is a console gamer. And but anyways, you can play single player. You can run a dedicated server. You can create a procedural ARK, host non-dedicated session. We'll do the single player here. I've noticed the input, the button input, sort of has a delay when you click on the options. That is odd. You don't know if it's actually doing what you wanted to do, so that is odd. But basically, at the start menu screen, you choose either the regular version of the game or the other mode, from the two different game modes. Then you go to the host, the host list, and then you tweak the settings there, and then you get into the game. Here's the character creation screen. I'm gonna make it more like me, I guess, not female. Actually, I'll do a randomize, because I don't want to tweak, bother with this too much. But like, it does have a decent character customization. The graphics still look kind of indie-ish, if I were to be honest, but it's got like hair color, the basics, and then it's got the widths and depths and stuff and heights that you can change, the torso and the chest muscles and all that stuff. And from here you can choose the region you want to spawn into. There's like 3 easy regions or a medium difficulty region. You obviously, when you're first starting, you want to go into easy, so we'll go into south, zone, whatever. You can change the survivor's name, and I'm gonna name this dude Dante. It makes sense. Dante here, and then we are going to go and create survivor, and we're going in game. Now, if I remember correctly, you wake up, you're on the island. Graphics look a bit more polished from what I remember. Definitely more polished, a lot more shine to the land effects. The sand and stuff seems more shimmery. The water obviously more realistic. And there's the dodo bird. And the first thing you want to do when you go in, you want to harvest some berries to stay alive, I guess. And this is saying I've already got cold affliction or whatever. You want to harvest your berries. You want to get some materials, caveman style, from the the plant life and whatnot. And you'll definitely have to get the stones and the thatch and stuff first to make your tools, your first tools to I'm trying to pick up stones, but those are not the right kind of stones. Okay, I got one stone. Got another stone. Bunch of dodos around. touchpad brings up a map. Now that is new. Did not know about that. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, circle brings up the menu. I think my health and everything is. It's looking okay by the indicator. Crafting. We got some tools already. Engrams. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like the craftings, you gotta have the engrams to actually create the things. This setup here looks different from the actual one that I you know played on stream earlier. Like the early build is definitely more refined. Trying to figure out which berries aren't gonna actually kill me. Uh, you could basically you double click X on the item you want for the quick menu. Wood resource. Don't want wood resource. And it'll go down there to it. Narco berries. What I read, you can use those to tame animals, like keep them asleep, and if you feed them, they will actually. You can actually tame the creatures, and if you eat them yourselves, you will go to sleep. So that is a thing to note. And crafting. No, don't want to drop all the items. Okay, so, and then you got stats you can improve upon. And obviously, want to improve upon food. Let's see, notes, engram note, stone pickaxe, points allotted. We can allot the points to make unlock other engrams. It looks like, so that's pretty cool. Spear. I want to do campfire for sure. And that's all my points allotted. To get back in that menu. Food is down. Weight is down. Torpidity. That is the torpidity. I think that's the. Don't quote me on this, but I think that's to do with the animal training, actually. And then you can like press, down on the D-pad and over and whatever to do your quick item fixes. The first four are the D-pad slots. The other ones are square, triangle, circle, X. Yep. And so gonna be doing that. Gonna be harvesting some more thatch. Try to see if I can create a tool for survival here. But that is the gist of it. This is like a sort of Minecraft like survival game. In a sort of science fiction like prehistoric setting, I would say. Like you got your dinosaurs, and speaking of that, the game, when they were adding stuff to it, they kept on adding like different dinosaurs. There's land, there's air, there's water-dwelling dinosaurs and creatures. I should say they're not all dinosaurs. Some are mammals, prehistoric. There you can see a little pterodactyl, not a little, but a giant pterodactyl flying by. They also added things like haircuts to customize your characters with. The clothing, they added new bits of clothing, more futuristic gear that actually tie into the not so well explained ARK. ARK mythology, I guess. The dude caveman just crapped. And of course you want to drink some water too. Some water sometimes. Keep hydrated. Cold, he says. And of course, you gotta be careful which dinosaurs you approach, which ones you get near, because some will attack you. And one thing that I did not like in the original build the beta build was the fact that you would get dropped into an ARK where there were highly, high-leveled, very aggressive dinos that would actually tear you apart, just almost immediately. That seems to be fixed. That is a good deal. Let's see if I can craft something actually. I think I gotta have the stuff in my inventory maybe. Craft all. Okay. See, it's craft is square. Okay, it puts it into a crafting thing, and it actually takes the materials out of your inventory and kind of does the work for you, I guess. And that should be in my inventory. Let's see. Go over here. And I've got 3 of them. Square. Put it in the square thing. See if I can actually, nope. It's not, yeah, it's still a little confusing to me. Like, okay. Okay, you gotta press, like, that is a bit confusing. Yet you can barely see the little icon above the square button where it says you gotta hold in left 1 and then press square to get your little pickaxe. But with a pickaxe you can harvest different materials, of course. Get you some flint, some metal, some stone, different things you can use it as a weapon too, of course. Flint, like the pickaxe that wears down over time like it would in Minecraft. I think those are the friendly dinosaurs, the not so bad ones, dodo bird. Let's see. Stone, got some flint. Flint is good for the fire, campfires and stuff. And yep. See if we can make a campfire, get some meat here, and do that stuff. Crafting campfire. I need thatch and stone. Okay, need thatch and stone. Thatch and stone. Get some stone. Get some thatch. We'll make us a campfire here. That's flint. That's pure flint. Don't need flint. Need the stone. It's telling me I can level up, but I'm not too. I just tore up that entire rock. Yeah. Resources will disappear magically. I'm getting some stone out of it. Mostly flint. Looks like my food health is going down. Gotta mind that. You've got to mind your food until you get like leveled up good enough that it doesn't go down a lot. That's the some of the and of course you got to put your your tools away so you can get the berries and whatnot. Plants, of course, gives you the berries. Little ferns gives you all kinds of berries. Let's see, get some thatch here so I can make the campfire, as it were. I know this isn't the most action-oriented thing, and it's not explaining, a lot of what goes on deeper into the game, but these are the basics. This is a Minecraft-like survival game. You can establish yourself. You can basically build bases. You can build homes. You can join up with players. You can actually journey out, find hidden items. You can actually dive into the oceans. You can go exploring, tame dinosaurs, domesticate dinosaurs, like you know, make them, you know, you know, farmable resources or use them as transport, whatnot. It's very, very detailed, very involved survival survival game. Let me get out of the way of these dinosaurs in case they want to do something nasty to me here. Let's see, campfire. Still needs stone, so gonna bring out my pickaxe here and do some stone gathering. Try to get as much as I can. Okay, I think that should be about enough. Square. Let's see. Map. But anyway, my opinions of it have changed. I mean, it's still got its confusing, you know, bits about it, and it's not the easiest thing to understand. It's definitely, let's see, food. When you select one of the upgrade, you know, the stat upgrades, you actually get points to spend on the engrams here. Unlike these things, you can get clothes, and I definitely need to get some clothes items here. Spin them all. Let's see, I can get some boots. That'll help. And I think boots and clothes, you actually got to do the thatch thing too, for some reason. Let's see, where did I craft? Oh yeah, you got to go into your inventory to put the campfire down. Let's see. No. Can actually do some of the clothes right now, so that'll be good. Campfire. See, got my campfire here. Can put it. Press down. You go to the little quick slots. You put it in the triangle. If you want to make a campfire, you just hold down L1. L1 basically covers all the, you know, 6 final slots in your quick select inventory, and you press triangle, and there is the campfire. Look at that. Now, it shows your ownership of these things that you create and craft, which is pretty cool. People can see that you've been in a world like this. Isn't online, this is single player, but like if I were in the actual server based worlds that people had been hosting, then I don't know, I feel bad about killing a dodo, but yeah, dodos don't need to go extinct the second time around, but I need something to cook, and meat comes from dinos, so probably just harvest some thatch. Leave that be for a while. I don't want the stream to get morbid or grisly or anything, but get some berries. Got some berries. Try to stay alive with these things. Let's see. But basically, my thoughts of it so far, it is definitely more calm, more serene. Single player, I love single player. Like, one of the major complaints people were having in the multiplayer servers were that people were spawn trapping them. I don't know if that's still going on. If it is, I don't know how they fix it, because that is a player based problem. But like, basically when people would spawn, they would be inside these cages, these cages that were made for animals and whatnot, and couldn't go nowhere. They'd have to die off, or you know, whatnot, and just start over and hope they didn't happen again, because you do spawn at specific places on the map. People figure it out. It's like Call of Duty, and you know, stuff to that extent. But yeah, the game is looking good. For a finished product, it looks finished. You know, I can't complain too much. Let's see. Got enough water. See if I can make some more clothes. Keep on wanting to press the touchpad to bring up a menu because that's a common thing in video games these days. Stone hatchet. Let's see what I need for that. Fiber. Fiber. Okay, gotta get some fibers. It gives me thatched wood, so fiber comes from the plants. Okay, so that is pretty cool. But I like the single player. I can tell you that much. Definitely could get into doing a single player or hosting my own server on this thing, which is pretty cool. Look at those little dinosaurs running around, scurrying about. The world is like this is alive. It's just no music in the background, more realistic. One of the finer qualities of the game. It's like you're actually stranded on an island with these creatures, and the multiplayer sense the other survivors. There I go with the menu again. It takes some getting used to. Let me see if I can actually quit. Okay, let's see. Gotta equip it to the torso. Got a shirt for my dude. See if I can. Got a shirt. Make him some pants here. Make sure he's clothed. He's cold. There's his pants. And it kind of highlights things for you, lets you know where things are supposed to go, and how you're supposed to go about doing them. Dante has leveled up to 4. I need. Sorry, Dodo Bird. Sorry. I need your meat. Where'd you go, Dodo? So you can finish them off, or you can knock them out and then tame them. Got raw meat. Gonna try to cook it over here at my campfire if it's still over here. Try to get a proper meal in so that I can, you know, be healthy or whatnot. Oh, that is not a good one. That is one of those spitting dinosaurs. Stay away from me. Stay away. Oh crap, poison. Grab. Oh, it killed me at level 4. Oh, and it was level 4 too. Oh man, that was just bad luck. That was not overpowered dinosaur. That was just a bad run-in. And you can respawn. Okay, I like that. Don't know if I got my gotta start over or not. Let's check our inventory. Let's see. Don't have. Yeah, I pretty much gotta start over. This is a survival game. You know, that's what it is. You gotta see if you can survive, how long you can survive. You really gotta mind the hunter, you know, the hunting, gathering, and stuff at the beginning, and you know, really tend to that. Try to avoid what I just ran into. That thing kind of snuck up on me though. It was kind of a surprise. Made it to level 4 and then had my shirt taken away. And all that bad stuff. So yeah, but it's an alright game. You know, it's obviously you're gonna get more out of it if you spend more time with it, and depending on what you want to play, you know, what type of game experience. Like, you can play single player or you can play multiplayer and engage in actual combat with other players, try to take over their camps, have tribe wars and whatnot. You know, dominate with dinosaurs and all that good stuff. And you can get you can get your money's worth out of this game. Let's just say that there's a lot to this game, and the options it gives you when and like shaping your gaming experience, doing the settings and whatnot from the start. Like you can mold your gaming experience as you want it to be. You can actually you know, you got options, and I think that's pretty cool. I definitely like that they you know, changed the menu things, made the game make more sense instead of just throwing you in on an island hoping you can figure it out and whatnot. You know, leave you there to figure it out. But I would say, yeah, this game gets a pass. It is definitely, the final version is definitely better than the beta ever was, and it's refined. It still could use some tweaks, like I said at the beginning of the tutorial thing that they have. I think the menu could incorporate what buttons you need to press to make things more clear instead of having to access the options menu to see the control layout. I think that could be changed. I think that could be patched in. You know, add some text in there with the controls, you know, pertaining to what they're explaining and stuff. And definitely do that. But let's see. I think write your note in text. Oh man, it's bugged. Gotta cancel that. That was yeah, it's got a bug or something. Cancel. It won't let me cancel it. Oh shoot. I crafted that note thing and man, it would not let me cancel out of that. That's a bug they might want to look into there. It was spazzing out the text input. Okay, so I forgot to equip my axe, my pickaxe. I got notes. I think that's why it's spazzing out. It made notes. Basically, you can leave notes behind and stuff. I think it took away from my actual supply, my material supply. Those trees give you wood, obviously. Some thatch. I killed a whole tree with my fist, man. That is something to behold. Got a stone. Got a stone. Basically, sum it all up. You are in a living ecosystem, fighting for survival. That's sort of pseudo science fiction, prehistoric world. You know, about off in the distance you can see the little ARK thing. ARK things usually hold treasures and whatnot, guarded by monstrous enemies, and not enemies, I'd say creatures. And basically, it's Minecraft meets Lost. If you ever watched that TV show, that's old school stuff. But let's see. I think it gets past for me. Like I think I like it enough to say that it's worth actually you know, getting. It's a solid game. Like it's a finished product for sure. Still got my Ingrams that I actually leveled up. I don't think my level's intact per se, but I had my old Ingram set up. Let's see. Yeah, the stuff that I had unlocked, actually get a water skin, get gloves, get a hat, get a spear for the nasty creatures. Okay, so leveled up pretty good there. I guess it did. It might have kept my level intact. I don't know. Um, let's see. Get my pickaxe out here. Do some harvesting. But I'm not gonna carry on too much more with this tedious grind, initial grind to harvest stuff for, take up your time doing that. But yeah, the game gets, a favorable rating for me. Final product is definitely, final product. I will say though, that they've patched it twice since the 29th. This is the 1.38 build. I don't know what they patched. Stay on top of it. They want to make it, as attractive an experience as possible. They are the developers. They are in it to win it. Get your money. It's all about the money making. But they do offer a good product here. Definitely one of the more bang for your buck type of games out there. It is, I would say, it's a hybrid of offline and online gameplay, since I am playing single player, so you do have those options. You can host your own thing. You can join a hosted session. You can join a session that is only for you and your friends. Definitely cool stuff to get into. If you want to spend some time, good streaming stuff, like once you actually get into the meat of the game and then actually unlock all the cool things that the game has to offer. And yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed the review. It's a little over 30 minutes long. I didn't want to take too long, giving my opinion or whatnot and going over, what the game has in store for you. But yeah, if you got the money to spend, you're looking like, for the next cool Minecraft-like experience or whatever, survival, experience, then this is a good option. I'd say I like this better than Minecraft, to be honest. Definitely so. Definitely give it a shot if you're into this kind of thing. If you like dinosaurs, it's a win-win situation. You're a caveman on a island filled with them. A lot of aquatic, aerial dinosaurs, land-based dinosaurs, even some mech ones, to tie in with the ARK theme, as it were. And but yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. It gets my seal of approval, the Inferno seal of approval, and I think I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall talk at you later. Bye.